2018 Boston Celtics entered the 2018 playoffs without their all-star point guard Kyrie Irving, a champion, and the all-star forward Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward being injured earlier season, first game 6 minutes in, and Kyrie Irving being ruled out of the playoffs right before. This left many people ruling out the Boston Celtics completely out of the race for any sort of championship or playoff run at all. The 2018 Celtics upset any odds that were against them and got to the conference finals, only to miss the finals by one game, losing to LeBron's Heat, which you could live with without your best two players. The 2019 Celtics disappointed because the chemistry with Kyrie and the young guys and Gordon Hayward wasn't as good as people thought it would be. It was bad. Kyrie is a guy with a big ego who just wants the ball and wants everyone to get out the way, which doesn't really mesh well with the Brad Stevens system. This type of system isn't good for a player like Kyrie, which is why they had to move on from him. And too much of a good thing can be bad sometimes. When I say too much of a good thing can be bad sometimes, I mean having too many shot creators, too many guys who can get their own shot can be bad. Terry Rozier and Jason Tatum had to take a step back in the 2019 playoffs compared to 2018 because Gordon Hayward and Kyrie were thrown into the mix. Terry Rozier has even come out and talked about how he had to suppress his own talent in order to obviously make room for Kyrie Irving as a starting point guard. He had a very good 2018 playoffs. Terry Rozier, for a guy making $3 million and who's usually a backup, Jason Tatum had a great rookie season, averaging 18.5 points in the 2018 playoffs. And this 2018 Celtics team was one game away from the NBA Finals. So they thought, why do we need Kyrie? We got farther without him, so with him added, why do we have to suppress our own talent and make room for a guy who wasn't even here when we really reached our potential? Despite losing Kyrie Irving and Al Horford this summer, the Celtics got better, bringing in Kemba Walker as Kyrie Irving's replacement. Kemba and Kyrie play similarly, but there's no doubt that Kemba's a better fit. They mesh better, they flow better on the court, having Kemba instead of Kyrie. Kemba's a lot lower maintenance than Kyrie. He's a lot easier to please. You never heard him having any problems in Charlotte despite a lack of talent. And it gives room for guys like Jason Tatum, Gordon Hayward, and Jaylen Brown to create their own shot because Kemba Walker is a more willing passer than Kyrie Irving. They lost Al Horford, but they brought in Enes Kanter's not as good as a player, but still good enough to be a playoff team and contend in the East. I like the move of Kemba to the Celtics as a replacement for Kyrie. Brings the same offensively, but on the court is 10 times better with his chemistry. With the Boston Celtics getting better this offseason, you have to ask the question, how good can they be? I think they will be a 3 seed in the East. I still think it's a 2-team race in the East with the Milwaukee Bucks and the Philadelphia 76ers. The Celtics will be a lot better than last year because of chemistry, but I still think they will fall to the Bucks or the Sixers in the playoffs. I don't think this team is good enough to reach the finals with Kemba Walker as the best player, and it's never really been in a high-leverage playoff game. The Boston Celtics will be, again, a good team, but Philadelphia and the Bucks definitely have more experience playing together in the last couple years as a team. Kemba is new to the Celtics. I think it will be a seamless fit with him, JT, Jaylen Brown, Gordon Hayward, but I still see them falling to Philly and the Bucks. In conclusion, Kyrie Irving and the Celtics weren't as good as a fit people thought they would be. Kyrie with JT, Jaylen Brown, Gordon Hayward, and Terry Rozier being frustrated that he had to be a backup now after his great 2018 playoff run. The Celtics just disappointed with their chemistry. They didn't mesh on court. Kyrie and those guys didn't feel well together, which is why they had to move on from him, but I think they got better adding Kemba Walker instead of Kyrie. They lost Al Horford, but they brought in Enes Kanter as a bit of a replacement for him. So I think the Celtics team could be good. Again, I don't think they can get to the finals, but they recovered well after losing Kyrie and Al Horford. I'm excited to watch the Celtics team with Jason Tatum having a big jump coming up because he has more room to create for himself, and Kemba Walker will be a seamless fit with the Celtics. Thank you guys for watching. It's been Rashad with Hoops Times 2. Subscribe if you love the NBA, hit the like button if you enjoyed, and peace out.